Okay. I think I'm live. Eddie, what's up, buddy? Oh, God damn it, OBS. Don't mind me, guys. OBS is giving me some shit. I'm not hearing any audio yet. That's not normal. There we go. Now I'm starting to hear myself. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, before that starts echoing and becoming a massive pain in the ass. Yeah, guys, what's up? It's been a while, hasn't it? It's been a while since I've done one of these streams, just sat down and just talked it up. I kind of sort of wish I could say that I had guests, but unfortunately everybody I normally go to is busy, which is fine. I actually kind of wanted to do like a solo stream anyway, just kick back and chill out a little bit. My God, it has been a long week. Most of it had to do with work. Just as a heads up, haven't really gotten a whole lot of sleep in the last about 5 days. And again, that has mainly to do with work, because I remember this was actually my fault for just scheduling shit poorly. I was at work for 20 hours over the course of Monday into Tuesday, because I had a general tribal council meeting. My tribe holds meetings where we all get together and discuss tribal business, yada yada yada. Had to go from that directly to work, which thankfully was in the same building. Then from work to mandatory active shooter training at work. And so I was in the building for about 20 hours, went home, only got about 4 hours of sleep, and then couldn't get back to sleep. That has kind of been the problem all week, is I only get like an hour or two of sleep. Kind of sucks. Oh well. I am not going to let that hinder me much. I'm just going to just kick back and chill. Now what the hell, I guess I can take the please stand by off. How many viewers we got right now? Just out of curiosity. 7. Nice. I kind of find it funny that I get more viewers doing this than I do whenever I stream on the PS4. That's kind of sad. Anyway. What the hell? We already have a question up. He-Man or Thundercats? Thundercats, if I really had to pick between the two shows. Thundercats is certainly a hell of a lot more, watchable, so. And by all means, guys, fire off whatever, questions you want to fire off. I'll totally answer almost anything. There's a couple topics I'm not willing to, discuss, but I kind of have my own reasons for that. Let me just make sure that the connection is all right. I'm gonna have to unmute the stream. This is gonna be loud and annoying for you guys. This is certainly a hell of a lot more, watchable. So okay, never mind. Everything sounds fine. I guess I should mention you guys are probably hearing a whole lot of hiss. And that's because it is hot as balls right now. So I've got a couple of fans going, which is saying a lot because we already have the AC turned on, but still kind of want the fans just kind of spread around that cool air and all that fun shit. So yeah. Anyway, trying to think if there's anything else I can really talk about until the questions start piling in. I really haven't been doing a whole lot lately. What games am I looking forward to play? Are you talking about stuff that's coming out soon? Because that list is really fucking small. Like, it's literally like... Gee, I know for a fact that I'm looking forward to the Friday the 13th game, but that's because I backed that thing on Kickstarter, and I was more than happy to, and when I finally got to see some footage of it, because they showed like a pre-alpha or like early alpha gameplay trailer at E3 apparently, it looked awesome. In fact, that is the only E3 anything I've watched, because I don't give a red rat's ass about E3. You thought that I was done with streams. Okay, I've said this quite often, but I'm gonna have to stress this again. I said I was done with Shootin' the Shit as a weekly stream. I've tried to stress that point many, many times. I'm not trying to say that I'm, totally done with it and that it was never coming back. I said it was never coming back as a regular weekly thing. Just simply because it was just too much of a pain in the ass. Let's see. Don't mind me, I'm just, think you'll play Alien Isolation again. I might. I honestly have thought about it. I mean, look, guys, right here, is sort of the thing with the PS4 streams is normally it's just whatever the hell I'm in the mood to play. I'm probably not going to stream any more of Fallout 4 just because that second stream was such a colossal pain. I really don't want to have to deal with it, any further than that. I know that as part of the whole My Little Pony wishlist challenge, a couple people, or at least one person, sent in Dishonored and DMC Devil May Cry. I still have to play those. I also bought EDF 4.1, still have to play that. I bought Evolve, would love to play that, but I need more people to play that one. I would love to do a stream of Payday, or rather of Payday 2, but the problem with that is, again, you need more people because it's very difficult to solo a lot of those heists. Like, I can think of 2 of them you can solo easily. And then the other ones you basically need you need other people, if for no other reason than to carry fucking bags and shit. So there is that. Let's see. Have I ever seen Wes Anderson's adaptation of The Fantastic Mr. Fox? No, I haven't. I really am not that interested in watching it, though, just because it doesn't look that interesting, I guess. I guess that's just me. So, what are my thoughts on The Crow? Well, I kind of have to stress, I've never read any of the Crow comics, so I just want to make that point real clear before I start. I've seen the first 2 movies. First one was fucking amazing, but then again, that's kind of sort of like a commonly held feeling. As for the second one, which was Crow City of Angels, that one sucked. City of Angels was shit. It was so fucking bad that I have zero interest in checking out the other fucking sequels, because I know there's the Crow Salvation, there's the Crow Wicked fucking Prayer. I think there might be a 5th movie, but I'm not totally certain. You can't wait for Watch Dogs 2 to come out. Well, that's fine. I haven't even played Watch Dogs, which I know that it's on sale on the PSN, but even, honestly, at $11 and change, it still seems a little high. That's, I think, why I haven't downloaded Watch Dogs. In fact, have I gotten anything out of that E3 sale on the PSN? Shit, let me think. Oh yeah, I bought fucking Justice, which is still a fun game. Clay, what's up, dude? Not a whole lot, man. It's just been basically like another day, My God, man, I am sometimes shocked at just how hot it gets around here. Wisconsin, you don't normally think Wisconsin gets hot. And really, it doesn't get too hot. The problem is that it gets humid as shit. So when I was mowing the backyard, Jesus Christ, it was hell. Just simply because it was so humid, you can barely breathe out there. So something which under optimum conditions would have taken about a half an hour took almost an hour and a half, because you're constantly stopping and going inside and just trying to fill your lungs with cooler air. Otherwise, you're bound to fucking pass out. Your favorite trauma movie? Ooh. Give me a moment. I am really trying to think of my favorite trauma movie. And I'm kind of torn between a few of them, because I love, and I mean absolutely flat out love, Trauma's War. I love I love the original Toxic. I love the original Toxic fucking Avenger. I love the original class of Nukem High. I love Surf Nazis Must Fucking Die. I love blood, and I love blood. I love blood-sucking freaks. The problem with this is I love all those movies for different reasons. If I really had to pick one out of those, which, funny thing, out of all those I mentioned, only one of them is not available on Blu-ray, and it's kind of bothering me because it's the one I probably want the most, and that would be Surf Nazis Must Die. If you guys have never seen Surf Nazis, you totally need to check it out. The movie is different. That's about all I can really say. Favorite PS4 games so far? Shit. I'm trying to think, like, what have I played the most on my PS4? I think maybe I'd say Far Cry 4. Just simply because, well, you guys have seen all of the fucking streams. I'm having an absolute blast with it. But if you're talking stuff that's not a multi-platform title, something that's more PS4/PS3 port exclusive shit, I probably have to go with Godzilla at that point. That game is a fuckload of fun. I actually have been meaning to go back and play even more of it, and I'm not sure if I'd stream it or not. Record number of movies I've watched in a day. Shit, let me think. Because I know for a fact that one day I just sat down and watched like a ton of like shorter films. I'm going to stick with the I'm going to stick with what is essentially the official definition of a film, a feature-length movie, as something at 40 minutes or longer. So I think once it was me and my cousin. We sat down and we marathoned about seven God fucking Zilla movies, just back to fucking back. It was fun. I actually may have to do that again at some point. Watch Dogs requires Uplay. Oh, good. That means I don't have to touch it, because Uplay can fuck off and die. Anyway. Do I remember the trauma film Butt Crack? Unfortunately, yes. Because thanks to David, I had received a second copy of it. You guys may happen to remember the J.K. Tim PSAs, the just fucking keep that in mind PSAs, where I believe in that I mentioned that he sent a DVD of a fucking Butt Crack. The problem with that was I had previously owned, watched, and gotten rid of a copy of Butt Crack like 4 or 5 years prior. And I decided I would give it a watch again, thinking maybe I had missed out on something the first time after when David sent me that copy. No, the movie was still complete shit. So, yeah, that was not exactly a fun time. My thoughts on movies from the fucking asylum. Well, for reaction and review, I've done 6 of them. And the closest any of those ever came to good was Death Racers. And even that movie was kind of shit, so... let's see, what else we got here for questions. Least favorite Spider-Man villain? Good God, you honestly, dude, are asking the wrong fucking dude about fucking Spider-Man shit. Let me think. Worst villain. Worst villain that I can think of would be like the Trapster or Stiltman, and both of those were at one point Spider-Man villains, and they were both absolute shit. I understand that there's going after low-hanging fruit. So let me think. Just out of the more well-known Spidey villains, who would be my least favorite there? Because believe me, I could totally sit there and I could talk about like the Walrus and shit like that and just say, yeah, them. But no. Let's think like proper, well-known Spider-Man villains. The problem I think with Spider-Man is that most of his villains are kind of shit in the first place. It's like, you have fucking like Green Goblin, you got Venom, and then it all kind of tapers. Oh, you have Craven, and then it all kind of slowly tapers off from there. Hydro Man, I think would probably be one of the shittier ones, because Hydro Man's power is, he can, fucking bend, water. Ooh. Do you think you have a chance at winning the Money in the Bank contract tomorrow? Well, if WWE calls me, I might. Oh, shit. Funny thing, guys, is I honest to God have no clue what the hell is going on in WWE anymore. I am that fucking disinterested in their, product. Like when I was hearing people talk about how they were doing their spring fucking cleaning and they were just firing tons and tons of people, and they mentioned, like, Stardust. I first had to look up who in the fuck Stardust was, found out that it was Cody fucking Rhodes. I'm like, shit, I didn't even know that Cody Rhodes was still working for the fucking company. So, am I a fan of prog rock? Some of it. It all kind of sort of depends on the band, because I know that some people will throw, like, Boston under prog rock, and I like Boston. I mean, I'm not a fan of... I'm also a fan of, like, Jethro fucking Tull, and Jethro Tull I know is prog rock. Some people mention Emerson, Lake, and Palmer. I'm not a big fan of theirs. I actually think that their stuff kind of asks. Alright, I must ask. How is it you've developed such patience to sit through the worst films you've covered for R&R? And then they list a bunch here, and it was fucking... Let's see here, it was Inappropriate Comedy, Birdemic, the Equestria Girls trilogy. Yeah, about that. Christmas Story 2, etc. How is it I've developed such patience? Well, you see, when I was working as a slot rep at the fucking casino, you learn a lot about customer service and just having to tolerate mountains and mountains of ignorant stupidity. Plus when you're on the internet, you're just fucking bombarded again with ignorant stupidity. You just sort of learn to just take it all in fucking stride. So I think really it's just that I've had to deal with dumb motherfuckers for years, and that all of a sudden, when I watch a terrible movie, oftentimes I'm still able to get all the way through it. And considering the fact that I had some, let's say, violent reactions to some of the movies you listed there, because I know that I was in no way kind to Birdemic. I was certainly in no way gentle towards Inappropriate Comedy. I was kind of vicious in those. I will say that A Christmas Story 2, I think I kind of held, back a little bit. I shouldn't have, but I did. And outside of the fucking Equestria Girls trilogy, which, just as a heads up, I actually filmed the last of those today. That'll be going up at the end of the month. Again, I was kind of sort of gentle when, by all rights, I probably shouldn't have been. I will say, though, that upon watching the third fucking Equestria Girls movie, finally found a character I kind of liked. I'm not going to spoil who, but I found a character who I could actually I could relate to. So at least there's that. Did I do a review of the Underground Comedy movie? No. And the reason why is because I had seen that one before I started doing reaction and review. That movie, good God, that fucking, just, Jesus Christ, that movie. I will say that, I think the reason why I was able to tolerate, I was able to tolerate inappropriate comedy as much as I did, is because I'd seen the Underground Comedy movie, and Inappropriate Comedy kind of sort of rehashed a lot of those jokes. So they weren't quite as cringy or as shit the second time back. Let's see. Cody Rhodes asked to be let go from WWE. Interesting. Hopefully he'll find a spot in a better company, like, I don't know, Ring of Honor. If TNA is still in fucking business, he could probably go there. He could probably get a good deal going over at fucking Chikara Pro. Japan, I think, could probably take him pretty fucking quick. Let me scroll up a little bit. I want to see if I missed any questions. Thoughts on Poltergeist, the whole series, not just one movie. Well, you see, about that, I've really only seen the first Poltergeist, and I wasn't really a big fan of it. I also happen to remember when they had that retarded TV show. It was called Poltergeist: The Legacy. I was not a fan of that either. Did you like Willem Dafoe's performance in the Spider-Man movie from the 2000s? Willem Dafoe played the Toad. I think that's the name of the Spider-Man villain he plays. I could be wrong. You could be, dude. I'm not going to tell you if you're wrong or not. Just, you probably are. I'm sorry, guys. Just give me a minute. I'm just trying to ponder how Willem Dafoe played an X-Men villain in one of the Spider-Man movies. My brain is cramping on that one. Okay, so anyway, least favorite NFL team. Jeez, probably the fucking Patriots, because Patriots have been caught cheating and doing a whole bunch of other bullshit, and they've never really been punished for it, unless you count Brady's 4-game suspension. But even then, that there's kind of sort of a case of too little, too fucking late. So let's see. Have I ever seen the TV shows Friday the 13th, The Series, and Brimstone? I haven't even heard of Brimstone, in all honesty. I remember Friday the 13th, The Series. I happen to remember it being on in, like, the early 90s, but I never had a chance to actually watch it, so I couldn't tell you a single thing about it. Let's see. Oh, I guess I can mention this as something that is sort of worth mentioning. Some of you who frequent the Facebook page kind of sort of know this already, but I thought, what the hell, I'm going to make the announcement here. Starting next month, Reaction and Review is going to have a whole new intro, whole new fucking transitions. I was working on that like 2 weeks ago. And I mean, I was up for like a few hours just making sure that everything was like timed right and everything else. And for all the people who have complained about the length of my, for the length of the R&R intro, I think I shaved about 10 fucking seconds off it. So now it's only about 15 instead of the, more like 8 seconds off. Because I think right now the current theme is about 20, or the current opening is like 22 seconds long. This new one's like 15. So, that's awesome. Let's see, Will I be taking Stephen Byro's challenge? No. And I'm going to explain why. Now, for those of you who don't know, if you go into the comment section of the reaction and review for American Guinea Pig Bouquet of Guts and Gore, the fucking director and producer of the film, a guy by the name of Stephen Byro, absolutely lost his shit. Because apparently, he's never had people tell him that his movie is crap. Of course, he also only cites about 2 fucking sources for, everyone saying, and like Fango said that it was so good, and this other random site said that it was the goriest film of 2015. motherfucker, there weren't a lot of gore films in 2015. You didn't really accomplish something if you made the goriest film of the year. You weren't exactly in high fucking company. So anyway, so he absolutely lost his shit, and he basically placed out this fucking challenge between talking about blowjobs and a bunch of other random shit that Byro was going off on. Basically, he said he was going to give me $2,000 to make a fucking horror, movie. The problem with that is that his rules and everything changed with like every comment. This honestly is why I can't take Byro's challenge even if I wanted to, because at certain points he said I could make my horror movie my fucking way, and then in the very next one he said that he would give me the script, he'd give me this, and I would just need to pay for everything. I'd have to cover cast and this and this and this and blah 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 blah. And and of course he would alternate between, oh my god, this right here is going to be so big as a critic fails, or correction, he would just say that if I make an awesome movie, I make an awesome movie. If I suck, then he can laugh, and it'll just be this like marketing, pile of awesome as a critic fucking makes his own movie. And it sort of flipped between that too. He wants to see me fail and he wants to laugh at me. I want to mention, guys, that Byro went off on a video that hasn't been viewed by a whole lot of people. This guy is so thin fucking skinned, he lost his shit. I actually am going to check this. Hang on. I got to pull up my video manager here. I got to pull up the old list here. I want to know how many views are on that fucking bouquet of guts and gore video, because I want to know exactly what Stephen fucking Byro was flipping his fucking shit over, because I know that I don't get a whole lot of views. So, if I can even remember where the hell. Yeah, this is going to take a sec. Here we go, let me just do a little search. 1,890 views. 1,890 views. Stephen Byro lost his ever-loving mind over a video with less than 2,000 views. I have three other guinea pig films reviewed. All of those have vastly higher view counts, but that one is the one where he felt the urge to lose his shit and bitch about me. Do I think I was a bit harsh on the comments about the cast and crew? How exactly was I harsh on the cast, dude? I said that the one or two people who were actually expected to act couldn't. And that is fucking obvious to anyone who watches it. They don't know how to fucking act. And as for the fucking crew, he honestly can talk about how he put $5,000 in silicone on the dummies. No, I am not lying. If you go in the comments, he does not. He doesn't say that the dummies are made out of silicone, which would be a bit more believable. No, they apparently are made out of silicon, the same thing which fucking computer chips are made out of. Which is probably why the fucking dummies cost as much. He was using the wrong goddamned material. I am going to tell you guys right now that Stephen fucking Byro is a sad human being. And he can take his challenge. He can take all his talk about getting high and blowjobs and all this other stupid shit, and he can shove it. And I have said this, as of his meltdown, I am never covering another film from Unearthed Films, considering the fact that there was one good film released by them, and they had to. And they didn't even make that one so much as fucking distribute it. Nothing of value is fucking lost. And somebody just posted their screen name. Gravity Falls Yeez Johnny Tizd No IGUA VEVO AUTTP VGCP IGUA again with the IGUA. Jesus Christ. POE, AUTTP, again with the AUTTP shit too, and IGUA. Okay, bud. First of all, your fucking screen name sucks. And you're obviously a troll, just saying that. Alright, but anyway, let me just sort of put like a nice little fucking bow on the whole Biro thing. If Stephen Biro wants to give people money to make movies, that's totally fine. I'm not taking his money because I know that the film would probably have to be fucking distributed by his fucking company, Unearthed, which I am not going to stoop low enough to release a film through them. And because he'd be the one putting up money, his name would wind up in the fucking credits. And if I do make a movie, I don't want some worthless hack like Stephen fucking Biro showing up in my goddamn credits. Just saying. Alright. Opinion on cult movie DVD distribution companies like Shout/Scream Factory and Arrow Video. Well, I've got a lot of Shout. I have a lot of Shout Factory releases, dude. That should sort of tell you my thoughts there. I absolutely love the fact that the fucking Shout Factory puts out so much awesome stuff. It's like, I never thought I'd be able to get Life Force on Blu-ray. Never thought I'd be able to get the Garbage Pail Kids movie on Blu-ray. It is thanks to them that Bill and Ted's Bogus Fucking Journey is finally going to get a Blu-ray release. I am fucking psyched. I don't know a lot about what Arrow fucking Video does. I'm not even sure if I've ever owned anything from them directly. But I can tell you that Shout Factory is a fucking godsend. I absolutely adore their company, and I love the fact that their prices are usually reasonable on their discs. There actually is another company. Wait, maybe that other company is Arrow Video. Let me just check something, because of what I usually search for, Amazon will throw a lot of various films at me, and I think that is Arrow Video, isn't it, from Microwave Massacre? Yes, it is. Fuck them. Because I'm going to tell you right now, guys, Arrow fucking Video, they have out a lot of awesome movies, but they have a problem which used to befall Criterion, in so much as Criterion used to gouge the fuck out of you in order to buy their Blu-rays, and they'd be overpriced as shit. And Arrow Video is worse. I'm going to tell you guys right now, I love Attack of the Killer fucking Tomatoes, and I love that first sequel. It was Return of the Killer Tomatoes even more. I'm not spending $35 to get Return of the Killer Tomatoes on Blu-ray, and Arrow Video is fucking disgusting for thinking that movie or any other movie which they have is worth $35. Fuck them. Anyway, have you ever heard of a YouTube channel, Future XM DC Comics Zone? The name sounds kind of sort of familiar, and that's just because I think that channel was mentioned once in a video from fucking Claymore as some Star Wars nerd was bitching about something. I think he might have dropped that screen name at some point. So, have you sat through the shit heap that is Biodome? Yes, I have. In fact, I have it on Blu-ray. It's probably the best thing Pauly Shore has ever made. That's not saying a whole lot considering the rest of Pauly Shore's output, but it's probably the closest thing Pauly Shore will ever get to a watchable movie. I can never say that Biodome is straight up good, but at least it's fucking watchable. Which is more than I can say about shit like Son-in-Law or Jury Duty or In the fucking Army, now. God, those movies sucked. Let's see. Every time I laugh, I sound like Mario jumping on mushrooms. Okay. That's interesting. Let's see. I'm just seeing what other questions have popped up here since I was, someone here really wants me to talk about the Oculus fucking Rift. They've, asked it about 4 goddamn times. Folks, I'm going to say this right now, and I want everyone to understand. VR is a stupid fucking gimmick. Alright? I don't care what you think is, like, the future of shit, and if you really think that the future is VR, good job. Don't care. VR, to me, is such a worthless goddamn gimmick, and I kind of sort of thought that we had gotten past it when it had its 15 minutes of fame in the fucking Lawnmower Man, but apparently not. So now we have to deal with it even more. That's really about all I can say about VR. Is I am probably never going to buy a VR headset unless it gets cheap enough to be worth it, and as of right now, it's not. So, let's see what else we got in here. Would I ever grow a lumberjack beard? Well, here's sort of the problem with that. Genetics kind of stop that from ever happening. Native Americans have got a fucking difficult as shit time just simply growing a mustache. There's no way in hell I'd be able to grow a full-blown beard. That's just not happening. So, alright, so let's see here. I actually would like to go back to that comment about every time I laugh it sounds like Mario jumping on a fucking mushroom. I have heard so many different things about my, laugh. I have been told it sounds evil. I have been told it sounds odd. I have had one person say that every time I laugh an angel's wings get sawed off, which at that point I should probably start laughing more, just because the idea of angels having their wings hacksawed off just simply because I laugh just sounds awesome. Anyway. Do I think WWE signing talent from TNA and New fucking Japan will help their business or their bussiness? No, dude, I don't really think so. The reason why is because WWE has already got talent. They have fucking talent for days, and they've had talent for the longest time. The problem is they don't know what to do with that talent. Instead of trying to book them in shit that actually works, they're putting them fucking together as like a bunch of black fucking... I mean, they basically have like a stable of black fucking like weeaboos, and that's basically about as far as the New Day gets, apparently. And they honestly are on the high end of interesting gimmicks given to fucking wrestlers. And that, to me, is the big issue, is that you can have talent. You can have boatloads of talent in your fucking wrestling company. The problem is, if you are not booking them well, your company's not going to benefit from them being there. I have heard people talk about how they signed fucking Sting. He lost his only 2 pay-per-view matches, and then nothing else the fuck happened. It's like he had 2 fucking wins beyond that, and both those were on like Raw. So. So we have stupid shit like that. I've heard people complain about how they've used AJ Styles in so much as they fucking don't. So WWE's problem is not a lack of talent, at least in terms of the ring. It's a lack of talent in the booking room. They don't have people who know how to book this shit unless they're booking for NXT. And the very fact that NXT is essentially WWE's farm, where they just, grow all of their young, fresh talent, and their best booking is there, that's fucking sad. It is sad that the only fucking time WWE's product is any good is when it is with a bunch of rookies fighting in front of a few hundred people in a much smaller venue. That's sad. That is sad, and that is fucking pathetic. WWE really should try to fix their fucking writing. It wouldn't even be that freaking difficult. You would just need to find a couple of people who just know what the fuck they're doing. Resident Evil 7, what about it? I have heard people talk about it, and they're like, oh my god, it's Resident Evil and it's scary again! And they have this demo, which means fuck all, because apparently nothing in the demo is going to be in the final game. Meaning that it's more or less just it's just a tech demo for the new engine. Which will probably just be the RE4 engine again, like they did with 5 and 6. Ooh. I don't give a shit about Resident Evil. I really don't, because even back when Resident Evil was supposedly scary, it wasn't scary. What games do I think deserve or need sequels? Well, I think I've kind of covered this. Any I really don't think that any game officially deserves a sequel. Like, I honestly don't finish up a game and it's like, all right, I totally fucking have to see a sequel. And nothing honestly deserves a sequel either, in all seriousness. If anything, I honestly am just happy with the games that I get. It's like, for instance, let's take a look at like Far Cry 3 Blood fucking Dragon, which apparently just got a sequel. I would have been more than happy if it was just Blood fucking Dragon as like a standalone game. The sequel or spin-off or whatever the fuck it's supposed to be, that's totally fine, but I'm not really going to lose a whole lot of sleep over it. It is not really at the top of my gotta playlist, if you kind of sort of know if you kind of know what I mean. Honestly, guys, I really don't focus on sequels much, and that is for good fucking reason. I don't see the purpose or the point of, looking fucking forward to or outright demanding sequels. And this is especially noticeable when you've got sequels that are done for no other reason than to just further a fucking name. For instance, you could have stripped what little fucking connection there was between Resident Evils 4, 5, and 6 in the previous games, and you wouldn't have lost a goddamn thing. The games would have been the same, except instead of Leon, you would have had a new character. Instead of any of the Resident Evil characters, you would have just had a new character there. Wouldn't have changed shit. Just saying. What other questions or comments do you guys have? I am totally willing to, chat it up. Let's hear this. Because I've noticed that the chat's going kind of quiet. Sequels often suck nowadays. Indeed. And I think really the reason why I've stopped giving a shit about sequels is because there are certain franchises that have done sequels to fucking death. And what I mean by that is, like, we didn't need a new goddamned Assassin's Creed game every single fucking year. Okay? We didn't need a new Madden every single year. We sure as fuck didn't need a new Call of Duty or Battlefield every single fucking year. Those could easily have been like a 3, maybe 4 year span between each one, and it would have been fine. What do I think about the PS4 Neo and the Xbox One Scorpio? I don't think anything about them. Because as far as I know, they are basically just... Aren't they basically just like slim fucking versions of the current systems, only now they also offer like 4K shit? At which point, who cares? Because the odds of me getting a 4K TV any fucking time soon are kind of slim. Okay, random fucking gamer, I'm gonna ask you right now, because I've been looking at your comments. Please, stop just spouting out garbage. Just come up with a concise thought, because I've seen you do, like, little phrases and then you build up on them. You had fucking like Resident Evil 7 scary. And now it's Justice League movie 2017, Justice League the movie 2017, going to see it. Put a little thought in, please. Okay, why are BLM, no, I don't know what the hell, Black Lives Matter, social justice warriors and third wave feminism the scum of the earth? Why? Because they insist on treating everybody who doesn't fall into their little happy fucking group as the scum of the fucking earth. Allow me, guys, to explain. You listen to a lot of these Black Lives fucking Matter people, and they basically try to paint it that Black lives are the only lives that matter. no matter what people say that say, oh no, 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 that is not what they mean. You then listen to these ignorant fuckers talk, and it's basically like listening to the Black fucking Klan. You know, they honest to God think that everything is blamable on white people. Same thing with fucking third wave feminists who blame everything on men, and social justice warriors who blame everything on people who are fucking normal. Okay? These three worthless shitbag groups are scum because they aren't doing anything to better the world. They sit there and they preach and they whine and they piss and they moan, but they're not doing anything at all. Think about it, guys. What the fuck has the Black Lives Matter movement done outside of fucking do tons of property damage whenever some weird thug gets shot? They have not done shit beyond that. Outside of, you know, bitching and pissing and moaning on Tumblr, what the fuck have any social justice warriors done for the world? Nothing. What the fuck have third wave feminists done outside of sit there and bitch because they have to fucking work as hard as men to get the same benefits as men? Nothing. They haven't done shit. At all. These three groups are fucking disgusting, and I hate all three of them with all my heart and soul. Let's see. Anything else I can really talk about? Do I prefer DC movies over Marvel? Yes. Because DC's movies actually like to put some fucking effort in. Allow me to try to explain, guys. Marvel's movies are fine. At least the ones I've watched. I still haven't watched Guardians. I still haven't watched Age of Ultron, or Ant-Man, or Civil War. The problem I have, though, with Marvel's movies is they are incredibly... they're very, very disposable. Which is probably why every single one that comes out is always called the greatest Marvel movie of all time. And it's going to be the greatest until the next one comes out. So as of right now, Civil fucking War is the greatest Marvel movie ever made until Doctor Strange or Black Panther drops, whichever one comes out next, or Guardians 2 or whatever the fuck else hits. DC, on the other hand, likes to put some effort in. They actually like to try to craft a fucking world. And thanks to people demanding that DC's films be darker and edgier because of Nolan's piss poor fucking attempt at being dark and edgy, when Man of fucking Steel gives everybody exactly what they were begging for, which was a dark, edgy Superman, all of a sudden every single person bitches. When Batman v Superman comes out and actually does give you a dark, edgy Batman, all of a sudden it's a bad thing. All of a sudden it's this problem. Well, guess what? I have more interest in watching Batman v Superman than I have watching Civil fucking War, and that's probably because I'm biased towards, DC first and foremost, and two, if I am going to watch a movie which claims to be a Captain America movie, I don't expect it to be some giant Marvel circle fucking jerk, alright? That's just bullshit. So, yeah. If I had to pick between DC movies or Marvel movies, I'd pick DC's all fucking day. And if you need a little bit of a period on that, right now on Amazon you can pre-order both fucking Batman v Superman and Captain America Civil War. The only one of those I have pre-ordered is BVS, because Civil War I'm not touching until it's down to about $10. Which will probably be in about a year when I go over to Family fucking Video and they're trying to offload the 75 Blu-rays which they had to stock to rent out. Civil War was only popular because BVS flopped. Dude, Batman v Superman didn't flop. That thing there, dude... That thing there made mountains of fucking profit. Like, that honestly there, dude, is like saying that Warcraft bombed because it's not doing as well in the U.S. as it has in China. When in all actuality, no matter what I say about Warcraft, that movie honestly was profitable before it even hit the U.S. because it sold that well in fucking China. All right, BVS had a budget of I think it was what, like 170 mil or something, and it made that within its first like week and a half. So, you know, beyond that, everything else was fucking profit. So, Emer, if they hire you as a movie critic, will you take to get paid? What? Let me see if I can translate that. If they hire me, if who hires me? Who exactly is this mythical they you are referring to? Hire me as a movie critic. Will I? I don't. I'm trying to translate this and it's not working. Which is funny, because when my buddy Josh was doing his reading of my fucking Immortal, I was able to translate almost every horrendously spelled line. I'm flummoxed by that one. So, let's see. I'm just going through some of these other questions. Let's see. What cartoons did you absolutely despise when you were young? Boy, you know, I'm just trying to remember some of the shit that movie company hired you. Movie companies don't hire, god damn it. Movie companies don't hire movie critics, pal. Newspapers do, magazines do, websites do. You know, if, let's say, for the sake of argument, I was hired by, say, like, the New York fucking Times to write fucking reviews for them, would I? Probably. But there is no movie company which can hire a critic unless there's some bottom-feeding scum who are trying to, you know, buy positive scores. Alright? So, back to the question about 80s cartoons, because it was, what cartoons did you absolutely despise when you were young? Boy. Shirt Tales I always thought was kind of shit. Same thing with the animated series of Punky, of Punky fucking Brewster. I kind of thought that one there sucked too. I honestly am trying to remember exactly what the hell I all watched as a fucking kid. I know that I watched, let me think, I know I watched Super Friends, like the final season of Super Friends. That was awesome. Watched the Smurfs, I watched Gummy Bears, God, Saturday mornings. Because that question did fucking specify Saturday morning, right? Or just cartoons as a kid, yeah. So I was like, I watched fucking, like, Thundercats and Defenders of the Earth, Silverhawks, Brave Star, Ghostbusters, well, both of the Ghostbusters shows. I honestly didn't really bother watching a lot of them that I just didn't fucking like. Like, if I didn't care for them, I just didn't bother with them. So, you know, it's kind of hard for me to list off shit I was kind of sort of fucking different about. I don't know if you heard, but Horror Pack this month will have a never-before-released Blu-ray. Any guesses on what it is? Well, it didn't actually say that it was a never-before-released disc. That we have to kind of stress. It said it was going to be a Horror Pack exclusive, which could mean that it's which could mean that it is it could be a limited edition of something which is already out. And if you guys go to the if you go to the Horror Pack Facebook page, they always like to drop hints. They actually will drop like clues as to what movies are going to be in each month's pack. And I'm trying to think. There was one fucking clue that almost tells me that one of the movies in this month's pack is going to be Dead Snow 2, which is kind of a pity because, as many of you know, I already have Dead Snow 2. But oh well, there's still the possibility that the other three are going to be there. Which cut of Batman v Superman are you going to do a reaction and review to? Neither, because you absolutely insist I'm fucking doing it. Like that answer? Too bad, because that's the only answer you're fucking getting there, buddy. I'm sick and tired of people being fucking pushy. It wasn't even a question of will I cover it. It's which cut am I going to do? Well, now the answer is neither. Have fun. All right. Let's see. Emer, if you can turn any TV show or miniseries into a movie, what would it be? Oh, shit. Turn any TV series or miniseries into a movie. Good lord. Perhaps maybe it's just my childhood, but I would love to take a crack at making a fucking Silverhawks movie. Because I really think that would be just awesome. Is Emer the same person as Ron Lester? Who the fuck is Ron Lester? Hang on, now I gotta look this up. So, who the hell am I apparently? Oh, I apparently am some dead fucking guy from a shitty movie. Yay. No, I am not Ron, Lester. The very fact that I'm, alive is kind of sort of evidence of that. So, let's see. What are my thoughts on Battlefield 1? Besides the fucking fact that the title is kind of shit, it looks like it might be kind of fun. It would be interesting to go back to World War I for a shooter instead of either focusing on like the modern day or going into the near fucking future. At least now we have, we're going back to WW1. That might be kind of interesting. I am going to say, between that one and the newest Call of fucking Duty, if I had to pick, I'm going to go with fucking Battlefield 1. So, let's see here. Are there any other questions I can really answer? What cartoons or movies do I consider timeless? Ooh, boy. That's a bit of a tough one. I say that because, it's very, very difficult to look at a movie and not immediately tell if it's aged or how it's aged. You really can't get a lot of timeless movies nowadays. It's like, I kind of think that, oh boy, I really don't have an answer for that one. Okay, here we go. Emer, can your viewers send you movies? I am new to your channel. You are a serious guy. I would like to send you a comedy to lighten you up. Well, dude, if you happen to go to my channel, there should be a link to a fucking Amazon wish list. That is the only way you can send in things. I'm actually wondering if I've got any comedies on there right now. I do not. I've got like a Japanese mind fuck film and bunch of horror films and a remake to one of the earliest movies I covered. So I might fucking go and add some comedies on there again at some point. I'm not totally sure. Who is the greater musician, Kenny G or Michael Bolton? Well, David, seeing as how you're asking, if you want to, hit me up on Skype and I'll bring you in here, and then I can then answer that one directly to you. Actually, what the hell? I'm just going to answer it now, anyway. Michael Bolton. Because Michael Bolton actually writes music that isn't fucking garbage sometimes. And anybody who can write a fucking song for Kiss can't be, too bad. Kenny G. Let's not talk about Kenny fucking G, shall we? Let's see. Are you disappointed in this console generation? It seems pretty underwhelming so far. I am, yes. I am incredibly disappointed with how this fucking generation has, gone. Which is saying a lot because I have both an Xbox One and a PS4, and I am thinking about getting rid of the Xbox One because I haven't played it in like 2 months, at least. So I honestly can say that much. The Xbox One has nothing, and the only things that are like PlayStation 4 exclusive that anybody is ever willing to fucking talk about are PlayStation 3 ports. That honestly is why everyone's always like, "Oh my God, Emer, you totally have to play the fucking like Last of Us." No, I really don't. If I wanted to play The Last of Us, I would have played it when I had a PS3. I'm not throwing money at it to get it on the PS4. The very fact that for the longest time it's still fucking stuck at $60, it's finally gone into the $20 discount bin at Walmart. That's still a little bit much for a glorified escort fucking zombie fucking game. So fuck that shit, alright? And that apparently is like the best shit on the PS4 because that's the only game anyone ever wants to fucking talk about. So let's see what else we got here for questions. Let's see. I'm not really seeing a lot of other questions I can work with here. All right. Speaking of music, if you can go back in time, what concert will you see? Guns N' Roses, the Beatles, or any timeless band? I'm going to assume you meant timeless. That'd be one word, dude. If I could go back in time and see any one band... I think I would want to see I would want to go back to around 1977 or so and catch one of the early Kiss concerts with the very first lineup of members. That would be awesome. God, what other bands would I, want to see? I wouldn't mind going back in time and seeing fucking Elvis live. I think that would be kind of fun. As long as it wasn't a concert where Elvis is drunk off his ass and rambling on stage for fucking 2 hours. Were there any games at this year's E3 that you were excited to see, or do you just not give a shit? I can actually say both, because I don't care about E3. I didn't follow it at all. The only reason why I fucking knew that they put some that there was some early alpha footage of the Friday the 13th game shown at E3 is because Gun, the company that's making the game, decided to share the video with all of the Kickstarter backers. So that's the only reason why I even got to see that footage. Otherwise, I don't know what the hell was all shown at E3, and frankly, I don't fucking care. So, in fact, shit, guys, I'm gonna tell you right now. Anybody who is all jazzed up and hyped up for fucking E3. I don't know why people get so jazzed up over it, because I'm going to tell you right now, almost every time that you see a trailer at E3, it's never really representative of what the final product is going to look like. And if you don't believe me, go ahead and go find the E3 gameplay trailer of Watch Dogs, and then go take a look at some actual gameplay. And you'll see that it's fucking just worlds different and not for the better. I'm ashamed to admit that I'm excited for Skyrim Remastered. Why, dude? Because, dude, Sky fucking Rim was a fun goddamn game. And if I can fucking get it on the PS4, and if it comes with all of the DLC, awesome. Because when I had it on the PS3, I didn't get any of the DLC. So, yeah. Let's see here. I hope Gunn gives us a better Friday the 13th game better than LJN. Well, dude, have you seen the footage from this, new game? It's very... oh, God, how the hell to sum up this new Friday the 13th game? Okay, I want you to imagine Evolve, but kind of backwards. Because with that game, Evolve, it was like 4 players against 1 monster. And the object was just for the 4 players to trap or kill the monster. Friday the 13th, the monster is Jason. The hunters are now counselors. The counselors are just trying to escape the fucking camp. Jason wins if he kills all of them. Which sounds awesome. So, let's see here. Am I looking forward to the new match game hosted by Alec Baldwin? I didn't know Alec Baldwin was hosting that new match game. God, that just sounds awful. Probably, though, because I'm not a big fan of Alec fucking Baldwin. That's just sort of first and foremost. Jesus Christ. Who the fuck, then, are going to be, like, the panelists in this new fucking match game? Because the big thing about match game in the 70s was that they had a panel of people who were genuinely funny. And you don't have a whole lot of that nowadays. So who in the hell are going to be, the panelists? That right there is, like, what I'm curious about. Do I care at all about DC's DC's rebirth thing they're doing? No. I really don't. That's partially, though, because I don't read a lot of current, comics. I usually stick with fucking, like, trades and collected editions and back issues just because there's very, very little to fucking care about in terms of the current crop of comics. In fact, I'm going to tell you guys that the last time I was really interested in, like, at the time, new books... Oh, God, Rosie O'Donnell was one of the match game panelists. I'm out. I'm not touching it. If one of the panelists is Rosie fucking Donald, Jesus Christ. Anyway, back onto the topic of comics. The last time that there was like an interesting arc I was really into was DC's Convergence a year ago. And even that there was just kind of and even that was kind of revisiting retro versions of these characters. Hang on a sec. Gotta crack open this bottle. Alright. And I bought everything for Convergence. It was a fantastic series. But I've then tried to read some of the fucking New 52 stuff, and it's readable. It's not great, but it's certainly readable. It's just not something I could see myself going after and just absolutely just reading up on. And my friend Sam was telling me about the Superman rebirth, where apparently pre-Flashpoint Superman was in the world with New 52 Superman, and apparently New 52 Supes is dead, and pre-Flashpoint Superman is like the new status quo Supes. Some dumb shit. Even though I could have sworn that Superman was like one of the few characters who was changed the least by the fucking Flashpoint, but apparently that had to be a thing. My thoughts on 30 Rock kind of sucked. I tried to watch the show. I wanted to find some funny in it, and there wasn't anything funny in it, at all. And now they've got a couple of the cast members shilling for is it like a cell phone company or a cable company, something like that. They've got like the fucking like gay, they have like the like gay dude and some other chick, and they're like talking on the set. I believe it's supposed to be for like Dish or Time Warner Cable or some such dumb fucking shit. Alright. Emer, do you know this is the last generation of console? Everything going to be digital download, and there will be no more physical media by 2023 of CDs. Dude, there's... First of all, CDs. What fucking console is using CDs? I mean, I know that the PS4 uses Blu-ray discs. I know that the Xbox One, I think, uses Blu-ray discs also. Nobody's using CDs. They are, using discs, sure, but they're not fucking CDs. And I really don't think that we are ever going to see the end of physical media, because I am going to tell you guys right now, if I had to pick between having a digital download of a movie or owning a physical hard copy of the movie. Alright, I'm going to get... I just saw another question. I'm just going to answer that one in just a minute. Alright, going back to the whole physical media versus digital thing. If I had to pick between having a hard copy of a movie or having a digital copy of it, I'm going to go for the hard copy every single time, because this way I know that I have it. And I am not fucking tethered to a freaking internet fucking connection. I'm not banking. I am not banking on my hard drive always working. If I want to watch, say, if I want to watch any of the James Bond movies, I've got them all right here on Blu-ray. I just fire up my Blu-ray player, throw it in, and I'm fucking golden. I can't do that with a whole lot of digital copies, because you have to be connected to a network somehow, somewhere. Okay, so, I just got on the stream, in case you haven't said this earlier. What convinced you to shoot the shit again? Will the previous videos be uploaded again? To answer the second one, no, I am not bringing back the previous streams. And, god damn it, people really don't read what I post, do they? When I canceled the series, I said it was never coming back as a regular weekly thing. And I stand by that. It was never coming back as a regular weekly stream. This is just kind of sort of like a one-time deal. I might actually do this as just maybe like a like monthly thing, but as something I do every single week, that will not happen. Ever. Part of that, I think, is just because it just got so tedious trying to do a live stream every single week, and the fact that I was able to take some time off and just work on, my job and my YouTube videos and everything else, and not have to worry about dedicating a few hours every Friday or every Saturday to this. And now that I'm back, it feels awesome, but I'm just not... you might happen to see another episode of Shootin' the Shit like next fucking month, but it's not going to be a regular thing. I actually have talked about I have talked about batting around the idea of maybe using this title. I've been thinking about using the Shootin' the Shit title for a podcast, but I've got to look into all the ins and outs and bullshit that goes with a podcast. So that isn't really a confirmed thing. Plus, I'd want to find a regular, guest for a podcast, because a podcast with just one person is probably going to be boring as fuck. So if I could find, like, a single regular, guest, whether it be David or Josh or Duck or Goose, anybody who I can trust to, be able to go for about 2 hours, and make them, like, a regular co-host, that would be amazing. Are you planning on buying the Transformers movie, the G1 movie, when it comes out on Blu-ray this year? Probably not, because, God, I really should have made that fucking video. It would have saved, with this instance, it would have saved you guys a lot of weight. I'm not buying the new one that's coming out because I already have it on Blu-ray. There was a region-free Blu-ray of the movie released in, I believe that is a fucking Australian disc. Cost me only about $35. I've had it on Blu-ray for about 8 fucking months now. I've watched it about 4 times on Blu-ray. The best part is that it has shit that wasn't even on the 25th, or wait, was it 25th or 20th anniversary DVD? Must have been fucking 20th anniversary DVD. Or 15th, something, whatever the fuck the last anniversary DVD was, where it had the Scramble fucking City OVA. But they didn't have the audio for it. They just had like commentary from some really obsessive Transformers fans. The Australian Blu-ray actually does have the Japanese audio and actually has the subtitles too, so you can actually watch it. So yeah, and I really should get around to making that video about the benefits of importing discs, because I've done a lot of importing Blu-rays, and in many cases it has saved me money in the fucking long, run. For instance, I know for a fact that Team fucking America finally came out on Blu-ray in the U.S. There was a region-free Blu-ray of it from England that came out like a year ago, so I jumped at that. If you're a fan of the Police Academy series and you want all 7 movies in one helpful little package, again, you can go on to Amazon. You can buy a region-free Blu-ray box set with all 7 movies for like $20, $25. The big one though that I'm kind of happy about is I got the Back to the Future trilogy on Blu-ray for $15 less than the U.S. version. And unlike the U.S. version, which comes in some shitty little digi fucking pack thing, the UK Blu-ray comes in an actual Blu-ray case. That's awesome. Emer, Blizzard tried to delete over fucking watch on Pornhub. Okay. So what? I think, guys, like, right here is sort of the problem I have with all this, with Blizzard making such a big fucking deal about trying to ban, like, fan art or any of that shit involving, like, their characters and over fucking sexualized things. From what I've seen, most of the characters in Overwatch, at least most of the female characters, are there specifically for a fan fucking service purpose. Naturally, this shit was going to get turned into, like, fan art, like 34 shit and porn. So the very fact that they want to sit there and go, oh, no, this is fucking wrong. Shut up. Blizzard honestly is doing this specifically, because then it gets retards like me to fucking talk about how stupid this whole fucking thing is. So, yeah. Anyway. So, how about that time you did Gem before the fucking Nostalgia Critic? Yeah, apparently, like, what the fuck was it? Like 2 weeks after I uploaded my fucking video, Doug then put up his, which is cool and all, but really it doesn't fucking matter to me. Just saying. Trigun or Cowboy Bebop? Ooh. Trigun. If I really had to pick between the two, I kind of sort of think that Trigun's a slightly better, show. Overwatch is a pure waifu collection. No, dude. Overwatch is fucking TF2 with a $60 price tag. You honestly can say whatever, and you can also say whatever in the fuck you want about Battleborn specifically, that it's essentially that it is essentially just like Smite in first person with a fucking like Borderlands Destiny style single player. But still, at least fucking Battleborn is fun. Overwatch, I've seen footage of it. It doesn't look that interesting. And I sure as hell am not throwing $60 fucking dollars at it. Let's see. Trying to see if there's any other questions I can roll. How long have I been going here? Going for about an hour and 20 minutes almost. So I'm probably going to be ending the stream soon, just because I'm getting a little bit tired. I'm just gonna kick back and chill after this. Let's see. Don't mind me. I'm just scrolling up, seeing what other comments have all come through here. Alright. It's a $40 price tag and is better than TF2. Oh, really? Hang on. It's a $40 price tag. Let's see that. Overwatch, PlayStation 4, $59.88. So, it's TF2 with a $60 price tag. In fact, on fucking Amazon, there is no version of it which is close to $40, dude. Just saying. So, you know. If anything, I know for a fact that Battleborn was $40 for a short time, which pissed off a lot of the people who pre-ordered it, because actually it's still $40 on the PS4. So if anybody wants to join me on a fucking like match or two or a couple of raids or something, it's $40 by all means. But then again, I also said that about like Payday. I fucking said that about Payday too. It's only about $20 and nobody bought it. And Evolve is only 10. I'd love to stream all three of those, but I'd rather have a group with me on those. I thought I canceled Shootin The Shit. I didn't. Okay, yes, I canceled it as a weekly show. I never said that it was never coming back. Fucking hell. That's like the third time I've had to mention that. So. Let's see. That comes with all the special BS. I got the $40 without all of the legacy crap. No, dude. That is just straight up... Oh, wait. I forgot. The physical fucking disc of Battleborn is like Battleborn Origin fucking edition or some such lame... Or Overwatch is like some... Like... God damn it. No, I gotta look this shit up again. Origins fucking edition. Yeah, well, dude, there isn't any other version you can get. It's not... I mean, I honestly do. I'm not able to, like, snap my fucking fingers and get a copy of Overwatch that doesn't have any extra, like, Origins shit. Okay? So you can totally say that it's only a $40 game, but it's not. So, let's see. Do you wish people would stop holding on to the past? At times, yes. I believe that there are some people who hold on to shit in the past so fucking much, and it becomes rather irritating. I can tell you guys, like, one thing that has always sort of irritated me is whenever I find somebody who doesn't fucking like me for whatever reason, instead of talking about shit I've done in like the last year, maybe 2 years, instead they're like, oh, well, you did this fucking video back in fucking 2009 and it was douchey. It's like, yeah, it was also back in 2009 when every single one of my videos was fucking garbage. Shut up. You know? Like, nobody ever comes up with something recent. It's always trudging up. It's always like trudging up the fucking past. Like, oh, you did a fucking, you did this video about this, or you talked about that. And it's like, it was fucking 7 years ago. Shut up. Personally, I think that if you are going to complain about shit that people have done, or if you need to, complain about this or this, if you need to go back more than two fucking years, you don't have an argument. All right, just saying. Emer, what are your thoughts on the whole Keemstar situation? God, fucking, I don't know what the hell people are talking about when they talk about a Keemstar situation. I, first of all, I don't fucking watch him because I don't watch bottom feeding scum, and I don't really give a shit about, what other people say about him because I don't fucking watch him. I do not care. And if people honestly are going to sit there and complain about him, that's fine. Oh well. So let's see here. See, we have your stuff that fucking we have fucking stuff that like Keem fucking Star is scum. Yes, he is. Keemstar is the host of Drama Alert. I know it doesn't stop him from being scum. I just got here. Am I too late, Gizmo? Unfortunately, you probably are, because I'm probably gonna be leaving in like 10, maybe 15 minutes. So at least you're here. At least you're here towards the end. Leafy is also shit. Yes, he is. Leafy is also absolute garbage. Keemstar has been exposed by Leafy, Grade A, and Pyro Cynical. I don't know who the fuck Pyro fucking Cynical is. I don't remember Grade A ever really talking about Keemstar outside of that video talking in general about internet fucking drama. No, he did 2 of those. And even then, he didn't focus on Keemstar, just focused on, like, drama in fucking general. So, let's see. So, I mean, it's like, I don't fucking remember Grade A making a video complaining about Keemstar directly. As for Leafy, I don't give a shit. As for Pyro fucking Cynical, I do not care. I really don't. And as for fucking Keemstar in general, if Keemstar were to essentially fall off the face of the earth, I probably wouldn't even know until someone told me, and even then, I wouldn't give a shit. So, does that mean I'm an idiot for watching these guys? When did I say that, dude? At what point did I fucking say that anyone was an idiot for watching these? Jesus. Fucking. Just because I don't care about something doesn't mean that somebody's a moron for liking it or watching it, alright? That's... Jeez. I'm really curious. What the fuck has caused the world to make those sorts of illogical jumps? So I mentioned that I don't care about Keemstar or Leafy or this Pyro weirdo, and all of a sudden someone asks if that means that they're an idiot for watching them. How the fuck do you get to that kind of a conclusion? Just because I don't like something doesn't mean that you're an idiot for liking it. No, that's fucking hell. I'm sorry, guys. My brain's fizzled a little bit, and it might just be because of the summer heat, but just Jesus Christ. Words fail me. Okay, I'm just gonna try to move on. So another thing, who do you think is better, Hillary or Trump for office? Oh boy. Can we please get a third fucking candidate? Because I think that our country's fucked if we go with either Hillary or Trump. Because Trump is going to say the wrong thing at the wrong time, and the country is going to get nuked back to the fucking Stone Age. And Hillary honestly is just so motherfucking corrupt that she honestly is almost bound to sell the entire country off to whatever fucking corporate fucking interest wants to pay her the most. So I don't think either of them are worthy of being president. I don't think either of them would be able to run the fucking country at all. Sanders, a lot of people are saying is a decent third option, but even then, I don't even think that Sanders is a good option because, Bernie Sanders, instead of really talking about his like ideas about trying to, control this or do that, he's like, nope, I want to give everybody free fucking college. I want to give everybody free this and free that, and we're gonna be great, and I'm just gonna be best friends with everybody. No. Like, Bernie, bless him, Bernie is trying, and you can see through years and years of like fucking like C-SPAN videos that Bernie Sanders is at least trying, and he has tried to do what is best for the country. Unfortunately, he hasn't been successful at it, and it just sort of looks as if all he does is talk. He doesn't get anything done. And that's kind of the way of things there. I think that our country is well and truly fucked. And if I had the money, I'd probably move to Canada. Because I would rather be England's bitch than be China's bitch. There we go. I fucking said it. If need be, I might just have to, I don't know, maybe create maybe I can get like a maybe I can get like a GoFundMe page to help get me the fuck out of here and get me to Canada. Jesus Christ. Anyway, anything else I can really talk about here? Because the stream's been going now for 90 minutes. Woo! Sweet. Good God, I'm just... On a scale of 1 to 10, how fucked would the country be? With Trump, I would say about a 9. With Hillary, I'd say at least an 8. I say that because there is a chance that Hillary will sell us off to a corporation that will have good interests for the country. As doubtful as that fucking is, that is still a possibility. But with Trump, we basically are we basically would be well and truly screwed. If I was forced to pick exclusively between Hillary and Trump, I would say that Trump is by far the worst of the, two evils, but not by fucking much. On the plus side, you can do voiceover work for anime in Canada. I could. But I think I'd rather want to voice, I think I'd rather want to do voice fucking work for stuff that, is English in the first place. I'd like to, I guess perhaps maybe, in, a perfect fucking world, I'd want to do voices for, shows on Fox or on Cartoon Network, or if I was really desperate, the Disney fucking channel. But, anime is not exactly, high up there on my list of shit I absolutely want to voice for. Is there any kid-friendly anime you would like to see get the gritty boot treatment? Kid-friendly anime with a gritty reboot. For some reason, the first thing that popped into my head was Shin-Chan, and I'm like, good God, if that thing honestly there was gritty, it'd probably be even funnier. Move to fucking Australia. I don't know about that, man. I mean, okay, yes, I do have friends down there. I have 2, maybe 3 friends down there. Problem is that I don't think that my brain would be able to handle the seasonal fucking change. Because for those of you who don't know, it right now in fucking Australia, it's winter. My brain would not be able to process snow in fucking July. Even just thinking about that just makes my head hurt. Shin-Chan was kind of edgy. Well, that was only the Funimation dub because they were given free fucking reign to be as filthy as they, wanted. When the show was originally shown over in fucking Japan, it was basically about as clean as a show gets. Minus the fact that Shin waves his dick and ass around a lot, but oh well. Move to Russia. You what, dude? No. Fuck no. You know what? If I really had to pick a country to move to that wasn't, the U.S., I would either go to Canada or I'd go to England. Like, that's kind of where my options begin and end. Okay, so apparently a lot of people did not know that it's winter in fucking Australia. Yeah. My brain would not be able to handle that. Alright, I'm going to take about 2 more questions and then I'm probably going to have to take off, so... Let's see. So basically, guys, this here is like last fucking call for questions. Apparently, there's apparently an argument about fucking capitalism going on. That's different. I am not stepping in that. So... Except from what I'm seeing, it looks to almost be like a one-sided argument, because I can't see the other side. Oh wait, never mind, I'm seeing it now, never mind. Alright. If you had to make your own horror video game, what would be the plot and setting? I don't know, dude. Because I don't really think about... I don't think I would want to make a horror game, first and foremost. Because one of my huge fucking complaints is that there isn't a single scary horror game out there. Partially because nothing frightens me. Really. So... it's like I would not be able to come up with something that would meet my disturbingly high standards of terror. So, is there any anime or US show you would like to voice in? Holy shit, let me think. Well, I personally am not that picky. Like, if I honestly were to get a fucking call and it was somebody saying, hey, we need you to come in and voice for fucking Family Guy. We need you to do, like, a couple of lines. Even though I haven't watched Family Guy in years, I would totally fucking do it. If I was asked I needed to come in and do voice for the new fucking Powerpuff Girls show, I don't even watch that thing, I'd probably do it. There honestly is nothing that, I gotta jump out and go, yes, I totally have to voice in this. Because I really don't. It's like, if I honestly were to get a call offering, a job voicing pretty much anything, I would probably jump at it. Let's see here. Let me see if I can find a last question, as Robin and One Man Army still complain about capitalism and the pros and cons of it. And they really are just going back and fucking forth on it. And the people who are watching the fucking archive are missing out on this, because I don't bother to put the chat in the video itself. Perhaps maybe I should work on that for the next time I do this. Anyway, I'm just trying to find, like, one last question to fucking go out on, and, trying to find one that I haven't already kind of, touched on. Let's see. Questions about... Oh, no, Robin, you don't have to fucking... You really don't have to fucking apologize. Like, by all means, guys, have fun, man. Like, go at it. It's just... I just see it as, like, I really just don't want to step in that. That'd just be a little bit much for me, I think. So, let me scroll back up and try to find another question that isn't talking about wrestling or Overwatch or any of the other things I've already kind of touched on during this stream. Let's see. I'm just gonna wait for another question to come in. So, guys, is there anything else I can talk about as I wait? Well, I recently purchased a Blu-ray fucking box set that was totally worth it. Fans of fucking Ted might be kind of interested in this if you haven't seen this for sale anywhere. It is a three movie set, and the set is called Ted versus Flash, Gordon, and all it is Ted 2 and Flash Gordon all in one set. I think I got mine for about $20, just fucking awesome. So I finally have a chance now. I can watch Ted fucking 2 at some point. Honestly, I'm not going to promise anything. I might be able to do that one for a reaction and review at some point. Do you enjoy killing civilians in fucking open world games? Quite often, yes. Anyone who's watched me play fucking like GTA or Saints Row fucking knows that occasionally when I'm not really interested in playing through more of the story, I try to find creative and interesting ways of killing as many people as possible. The only time I really don't like to kill, NPCs is if there's going to be some kind of, like, a long fucking term penalty for it. For instance, I don't like to kill people in, like, Skyrim or Fallout, because if you happen to go into a town and you kill fucking somebody, you basically are then a wanted man for about 48 hours in the game world. So basically, like, 2 days, you basically are a totally wanted man for your one kill. And even then, Skyrim kind of took that further by putting fucking long-term bounties on you for committing, crimes, which really kind of sucked. So, yeah, if I honestly can do it and not have a whole lot of penalty on it, then by all means, I will totally. Like, this one honestly is not a fucking open friggin' world game, but I do happen to remember when I was playing Magicka on Steam, one of my favorite things to do in the little bit of time I spent playing it was I like to douse N fucking PCs in water and then shock them with fucking lightning, just because that kills them a shitload faster. So, God, that was so much fun. What is one... Oh, okay, well, I guess right here's a perfect one I can fucking end on. What is one animated movie you refuse to R&R no matter who bribes you with what? I really don't have an answer for that. And the reason why is because as much as I can say I am never going to do this movie, I'm never going to do that movie, there are very few instances when I can, like, fully say, you will never see me cover Deadpool. I've already explained why I'm never covering Deadpool a few times. I'm never covering Guardians of the Galaxy. Again, I've talked about that one a few times. I'm never touching another thing with fucking sharks. Like, there are very few things I will not cover. Almost anything else, no matter how much I don't want to touch it, there is a strong chance that if somebody's able to bribe me with the right thing or the right fucking or the right fucking amount, I can and probably will do it. So there honestly isn't like one fucking animated movie I can stand up and go, I am never doing this piece of fucking shit. Because as much as I'd say I am never touching food, fucking fight, if somebody honestly wanted to bribe me enough, I probably would. So, there really isn't there also really isn't like a real answer for that one. Let's see. I might as well see if there's any other questions I can end on before I call it a fucking night, even though I've already said I was going to take the last question twice now. No. I believe that is going to be it. Total runtime on the stream. Ooh, it's been about an hour and 45. Holy shit. So, guys, this honestly has been a hell of a lot of fun. I'm really happy to be back on fucking shooting. I'm really happy I got back doing Shootin The Shit again. Always a fun time. Once more, I'm probably not going to make this a weekly thing, just because. But who knows? I might fucking come back like next month sometime on a Saturday. I'll just kick back here and chill. This honestly has been, though, guys, just a lot of fun, and I want to thank everybody for coming out. You guys, as always, are fucking awesome, and I love every single one of you. Somebody keeps asking about LOTGH. I don't know what the fuck that even stands for. So I'm just going to go from there. This has been a lot of fun, guys, and I hope that you guys all have a fun Saturday night, at least what little Saturday night is still left for you. And I will see you guys next time. See ya.